And now, one more thing we can do, since this side is sometimes laid behind. Gently, a little tap with the whip, okay? When you ask with your right leg, let's use a gentle tap with the whip on the right side. You're reinforcing the 8 on the right side, yeah? Very gently. Even if he kicks up a little bit behind, that's still better than being laid behind. Gently the tap, very gently. Careful with the flexion, yeah? Walk again. So, good. Make him a moment sensitive to your right leg with a little walk pirouette. Yeah, remember you wanted to go flying change from right to left. So, yeah. Good. A little bit more sensitivity. So, yeah, okay. Careful with the neck position that he doesn't get too open. And again, sensitive, but forward. Always make him think forward. Yeah? So, that's good. Carefully, the neck is too open. Keep him closed. Make him sensitive again. That's it. Outside rein a moment. Even now you can change the flexion and make him supple. There you go. This was the right thing to do. Very good. Okay, let's do it again. Yeah, right lead. Be careful with the flexion, okay? When you on the diagonal, try not to bend the neck to the left. Forward in front of the leg. That's good. That's good. Try to maintain a little right flexion and move the haunches a little bit to the left in the flying change, okay? There you go. Okay, still a little bit ahead of you, but then at the time when he did it, he was more reactive to the leg, yeah? Good. Okay, send him forward. Long side, a little counter flexion. Don't get so stuck on one side, yeah? There you go. Both sides, the suppleness. Good. Good. Perfect timing, yeah? What's that? Good. And forward again. Right, make him supple on the right rein. Good. Collect him again. So, yeah, okay, good job. And forward again, not too long. Flying change on this side, and we'll call it a day. Yeah? Good, take your time. Keep your left rein. Keep your left rein. Now, laid behind. Your 8 needs to be now a tiny bit more effective. Yeah. Once again, back to the walk. Walk. Straight ahead. Walk. Canter left. Keep the left flexion, and before the corner flying change. Left, quite a bit of right, no problem. Right leg, right leg, right leg, and there you go. And forward. Good. Yeah? Again, it's much better for him to overreact a little bit like this instead of being laid behind. Yeah? Good. That's it. Careful with that tipping to the right. Left flexion, suppling left. Very good. Back to the trot. So, and this is sometimes a good moment to say, come on, now we created a little bit more energy here. At the end of the day, it makes my horse more rideable. Yeah? A little bit more control, true suppleness, true attention. Yeah? And the picture you had at the end was quite good. Yeah? And what I liked, and I really want to point this out, when he was acting a little silly there on the center line, that you picked the moment when you had to correct him, but also when you didn't have to correct him. He knew he did something wrong on that center line. You didn't have to make a point there. Yeah? And that to me is a thinking rider. Yeah? It's so easy for every single thing that they do wrong just to get on their case. That's not riding with our brain. Yeah? So I like the approach that you guys have with both horses. Yeah? I want to thank you for coming today. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, we have a couple of questions. Claudia, stay just for a minute, because one of them we can use, just halt right there. This is a question about when you say lower the neck, how do you keep the pole the highest point if the neck is down? Well, obviously you can't. So when the horse, there's different places. When the horse is just standing here, if you look at this triangle here, from this is one side, this is one side, and that would be the base of the triangle. A younger horse likes to make the, well, all horses actually like to make the base of the triangle much longer than these 2 points. And so if he's up and he doesn't have any suppleness in the pole at all, now you see, does he look like he's on the bit? No. Okay. Now, just if we put him a little deeper, just if he'll go a little deeper. Okay, so now the neck is round and he's more supple here in the pole, and now the pole is lower and the nose gets a little bit behind the vertical. So if you put the neck down, sometimes in a stretchy circle, if let the reins get a little bit longer, if the neck is down here, now the pole looks lower and he looks like he's behind the vertical. But if I just took this neck and brought it up, you would see that the nose would be back in front of the vertical and he wouldn't look like he was on the bit. So you actually have to school your horse. We think about the pendulum with the gaits. We're talking about a little bit the stretching and lengthening of the frame too, that you can lower the neck with the neck being low but with it being very straight. Think of a Western pleasure horse. Okay, there the neck is low, but there's not necessarily anything happening here, okay, in the pole. And the neck's not really round. And then you can have a horse with a neck that's really short and curled up, and you can have a horse that sort of has an upside down looking neck that's always off the bit. So, you know, basically what we try to do with our schooling is have this adjustability of the frame. That if we want to take the neck down and make him round, we can. If we want to take the neck down and push the nose out, we can. If we want to bring him up and push the nose out and the neck longer, we can. And if we want to make him rounder and deeper, we can. So this whole ability, you know, to adjust the top line. Now, ideally, in the show ring, for 6 to 8 minutes, okay, when it says you're in collected or extended something, neck should be up, pole should be the highest point. All right, well, that's wonderful, but that's 6 to 8 minutes. It takes a lot of strength to keep him up there for 6 to 8 minutes. So certainly when you're riding for 45 minutes every day, if you ride your horse up here the whole time, you're going to be really sorry. On the other hand, if you ride them down, down, and you never test to see if you can get them up, you're also going to be sorry.
Yeah, I agree 100%. With his conformation, we see that he actually breaks about the second or third vertebrae, and this is simply a conformation, and that's how he was made. And you know, I think Janet is a good enough judge that we don't just criticize that every single step. You know, and I think all judges should do it that way. Okay, the pole, even when he's absolutely perfectly on the bit, the pole it's going to be very hard to make him extremely supple with the pole the highest point. You know? But where you had him at the end looked great to me, and
yeah, absolutely.
That's where you should be. Yeah?
And some stallions, if you think of Donner Hall that Karen Rabine rode, I mean, with the muscling on the neck, if that pole were the highest point, the horse would never be on the bit. So, I mean, a judge has to be smart enough to look a little bit on the conformation and say, you know, that horse is absolutely where that horse has to be, because we have short necks, we have long necks, we have funny shaped necks. You know, we have to deal with the conformation of each horse. So maybe you don't get 100%, but so far, last I heard, nobody has had 100% yet. You know, and so it's all about all of us, the trainers, the judges, the riders, thinking about what's best for the horse, working with the horse's mentality as well as the conformation.